Welcome to the Contenders. I'm your host, Peggy Young. We are just days from December, and we actually have a lot to look forward to in this month. We have Christmas as well as the end of the year. Well, it's a good time to start planning for those end of the year festivities, isn't it? Now let's begin the quiz by welcoming today's contenders. Welcome to our stage. We have the Wizard team, Jung Ji-sung and Jung Ji-young. You are brother and sister, and you have an interesting reason for why you picked Wizard as your team name.
Yeah, it is to work some magic here on the Contenders, and we also love Harry Potter series. So we are siblings, and she's my older sister, and we are 2 years apart. We look forward to having a fun game today.
Well, welcome to our stage, and good luck to you today. Now we have Shim Gi-hong and Im Jin-mook forming number 10 team. And now, what is the reason you picked number 10?
I was Katusa, and when I was soldier, my first sergeant always made fun of me like, you're the number 10 Katusa, which means the worst. But he was joking to me, I knew that, but so I didn't care about that a lot, but that expression was kind of funny, and it was very popular in our unit, so that's why I made my team name as number 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though our team name is number 10, we're gonna do our best to be a number 1. And we want to solve the number 10 question of the first section as well.
Wow, you want the 50 points.
We hope
Yes.
so.
Well, we'll see if you can get it. Now, good luck to all of you, and let us begin the quiz. In this first section, I'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. I'll give you 5 seconds to answer per question. If you get all 10 correct, then we will, of course, give you the 50 bonus points. Now, if you get a question wrong, we'll stop and give you the sum of points up to that point. If you call out chance, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices, and you'll have a better chance of getting the right answer. Now, Wizard, you have a choice between Q, U, I, and Z sets.
Q, please.
We'll go with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which fruit does not have seeds? 1 pear, 2 apple, 3 banana, 4 grape.
3 banana.
And question 2. Of the following, what is the time difference between Seoul and Tokyo? 1 hour, 2 8 hours, 3 12 hours, 4 none. Not sure, you can use chance.
I'll use a chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And
4 none.
very good. There is no time difference between Japan and Korea. Well, that was a good use of chance, right? And we go on to question number 3. What is the name of the latest version of the consumer Microsoft Windows operating system? 1 Windows 98, 2 Windows XP, 3 Windows NT, and 4 Windows 95.
Number 2.
Very good. And we go into question 4. Of the following administrative areas in Korea, which is the smallest in size? 1. 충청북도, 2. 경상남도, 3. 제주도, 4. 강원도.
Number 1, 충청북도.
Jeju-do is the smallest. You caught that, but the final answer had been called out by your brother. Now, Wizard, you end this section with 30 points. Now, number 10, you have a choice between U, I, and Z.
We'll take G.
We'll go with Z. Question number 1. Of the following, which vegetable is a different color? 1 spinach, 2 celery, 3 carrot, 4 cucumber.
Number 3, carrot.
Question number 2. Of the following, which is a correct match between a country and its country code for international calls? 1. US 2. 2. France 40. 3. Korea 82. 4. China 85.
Number 3.
Correct. For the US, the correct number is 1. For France, the correct number is 3. And for China, the correct number is 86. And we go into question number 3. Which of the following is an incorrect match between a subway line and its color here in Seoul, Korea? 1. Number 1 line, yellow. 2. Number 2 line, green. 3. Number 3 line, orange. 4. Number 4 line, blue.
Number 1, line yellow.
Right? Number 1 is actually red. And, well, we haven't used chance yet, and we go into question number 4. Of the following, which is not a symbol that indicates atmospheric pressure? 1. Millibar. 2. Bar. 3. Hertz. 4. Hectopascal.
Number 3. Hertz.
Very good. And, well, we're almost halfway through. What are your chances of making it to number 10? What do you think?
We're going to think about that seriously when we're going to use the chance.
All right, okay. And we go into question number 5. Which of the following is not a book in the Christian Bible? 1. Genesis. 2. Exodus. 3. David. 4. Esther. If not sure, you can use chance. I
Use
need your
your
final
chance.
answer. Oh, chance will take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final selection.
Number 3. David.
There is a King David, but not a book. And we go to question 6. A googol is the number 1 followed by how many zeros? 1. 100. 2. 1,000. 3. 500. 4. 5,000.
Number 2, 1,000.
It was a pretty tough question. We were looking for 100 zeros following the 1. Well, you end this section ahead, though. Number 10, 50 versus Wizards 30. Now, the second section is where we see how well you work together. We give you a list of 20 words in a pre-chosen category, and of course, you cannot use the word or phrase that we give you, but if you give the hint, we'll give you 10 points for every word you do get. Now, Wizard, if you're ready, please take your position. Now, you picked a very interesting category, green stuff. Do you have a favorite green stuff?
Well, I enjoy eating cucumbers.
I understand that you thought it would be about ecology when you picked
Yes,
this.
we did.
Well, we were thinking more along the lines of color. Are you still ready?
Well, we have to do our best.
Okay,
Yes.
ready? Go.
G, that's on the floor, lawn.
Ground. Grass.
Okay. F, a small that lives on river, makes sound.
Flower.
개꿀.
Frog.
M, pepper.
Mint.
E, no pass. G, dollar, another name for dollar, US dollar. Pass.
Grant.
Pass. S, the animation, ugly monster. There's princess.
Shrek.
Pass. F, a lot of trees. F, a lot
Forest.
of trees. G, this effect, global warming. G,
Pass.
S, we eat this. A lot of vegetables in it. Cucumbers also in this. S.
Salad.
G, a political this. Political, it's about environment. A political. P, political.
Pollution. Pass.
Pass. S, a trunk of, another name for a trunk of pass. G, a special area designated for.
Window.
This proved to be a rather challenging section that you picked, the category that you picked. You passed on a lot of the foods we had in here, like broccoli or peas, and you actually didn't get the political party that we were looking for. Green Party was what your sister was looking for, as well as passing on emerald, that is the green gem. Anyway, you end the section at 90 points. Now, number 10, if you're ready, please take your position. And you picked an interesting category of politicians.
Yes.
This is a very ripe time for thinking about politicians. What do you think is the first thing we should look for in the best politician that we pick?
Maybe I think we should check each person's ability to rule the government, to rule the Korea,
Ability?
and their morality. We should check their morality and their backgrounds.
Their
like-
morality.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, interesting and very important points.
Yes.
Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
The presidential candidate for One Nation Party, 한나라 Party.
이회창.
The Indian leader who did the independence movement against England, Mahatma.
간디.
Former vice president of the U.S.
에고.
The guy who smoked a lot during the World War II.
윈스턴 처칠.
The former president of the France, M.
패스.
The prime minister of Japan,
고이즈미 주니치로.
former president of the South Africa, M.
넬슨 만델라.
Nazis leader,
아돌프
아돌프.
히틀러.
Pass. The former prime minister of the England, female, Margaret
대처.
The presidential election candidate for Democratic Party of the Korea.
노무현.
Nobel Peace Prize winner of this year, Jimmy.
카터.
Pass. North Korean leader, North Korea's leader.
김정일.
The old guy, Russian. Mikhail.
미하일 고르바초프.
Pass. Philippines.
아리.
You had the first syllable. Do you have the rest of the name? We were looking for Arroyo. in the-
글로리아 아로마.
Yeah. Arroyo was the woman we were looking for in the Philippines. You passed on the movie with Han Seok-kyu and Kim Yoon-jin, Shiri. That was one we gave you. And you passed on the woman with the thousands of shoes of Philippines, Imelda Marcos, and Primary Colors, which was a book about Clinton, people say. And of course, Mitterrand was the guy you didn't get in the very beginning. Well, you end the section as the leader as well. 170 points. Congratulations. Now, this is the section where we all get to use the buzzer. And I welcome Mr. Kim Jun-sung to help me with the questions. Hey, Jun-sung.
Hey.
It's going to be December in a couple days. Now, do you have any special plans for the month?
No. I mean, I'd like to go on vacation, but it's just I haven't been able to really plan anything, especially with, I have to meet It's kind of complicated. Well, it's not really complicated, but it's just too long to get into. So,
Well, you have the Contenders, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we'd really miss
and
you if
that's
you went
that's the
away.
reason why I won't be. That's one of the reasons, right? I heard
The
that
very important reason, right? The most important reason.
it's one of the top 3. Let's say that.
All right. Now, you want to give us the rules?
Sure. This next round is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points, so that's 450 points in total. The first team that buzzes in can answer. If the team cannot answer the question or gets the answer wrong, then the question will go over to the other team. And also you have 5 seconds to answer, and when both teams cannot answer the question, then we will give you a spelling hint.
And again, I'd like to remind you that you only answer after I've called out your team name, after you've buzzed in. Yes? And so, let's have question number 1.
Okay, question number 1. Recently, Times Magazine reported that this song, sung by a trio of Spanish sisters, has become widely popular and helped bring the world together. It has a simple dance movements and melodies like the Macarena. What is this song, which has the same name as a sauce made from tomatoes?
And we were talking about Time magazine, of course, the famous magazine from the US that we all know. Number 10,
Ketchup.
a ketchup song. And number 10, you're increasing your lead. Wizard, I'd like to remind you that these questions are worth 30 points each, and you have plenty of chances to catch up. And so, let's have the next question, please.
Okay, number 2 is about a substance. A new toothpaste made with crab shells is to be sold in England within a year. The toothpaste is made with this substance extracted from crab shells and a kind of antibiotic. This substance helps antibiotics stick to teeth longer. What is this, which is a fiber-like substance derived from shellfish?
Number 10,
Keratin?
Wizard, 5 seconds. Okay, let's take a look at the spelling hint. Number 10,
키토산.
a trendy product nowadays on home shopping networks. And we go to question number 3.
Do you watch home shopping networks?
Okay, how can you help it? You flip the channel and home shopping is everywhere, right?
I think people are looking for the bargain. You know, that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, and it's always informative, so it's kind of fun too.
Is it?
Yeah. And we go to question number 3 now.
Okay, question number 3 is about a country. According to Eurostat, among EU member countries, Sweden has the highest average marrying age, and this country has the lowest. It is situated in the western portion of the Iberian Peninsula, bounded on the north and east by Spain. What is this country?
Number 10.
Portugal.
And of course, Portugal's capital is Lisbon. And we go on with question number 4.
Okay, number 4 is about health. Let me remind you that we need the exact answer for this question. In the future, diabetics all over the world may look to this in Korea. Korean blank seems to be an effective treatment for diabetes, according to the results of a study by a research team from the University of Toronto in Canada. What is this well-known processed medicinal plant?
It is the Korean medicinal plant. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. The exact answer is what we're looking for. Number 10.
Red ginseng.
Wizard, I know you have the answer. You got to take the risk. And let's go to question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 is about a device. Actress Angelina Jolie, whom I really like, of Tomb Raiders, announced that she will join the movement against this. She added that she may give up her acting career for this social project. The late Princess Diana also campaigned against this during her life. What is this buried explosive device?
Wizard.
Landmine.
Wizard, it's good to see you on the board. And let's go to question 6.
Okay, question number 6 is about a writer. Recently in California of the U.S., people are rereading The Grapes of Wrath, The Grapes of Wrath in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the author's birth. This American writer and Nobel laureate described in his work the unremitting struggle of people.
Wizard.
Polbok.
Number 10, it's your chance to answer, and please finish the question.
Described in his work the unremitting struggle of the people who depend on the soil for their livelihood. Who is this author?
Number 10, 5 seconds. Number 10.
John Bockstein.
Now let's think back to the writer of The Grapes of Wrath, The East of Eden. He won the Pulitzer and the Nobel. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. Wizard.
John Eastern Steinbeck.
Right? John Ernst Steinbeck is the famous American writer that we were looking for. And we go to question 7.
Number 7 is about geography. Do you know about the highest point on Earth? The highest mountain is Everest, and the highest capital city is La Paz in this country. It is located in west.
Number 10.
Peru.
Wizard, it's your chance to answer, and please finish the question.
It is located in west central South America and was part of the Incan Empire. It was conquered by the Spanish and became independent in 1825. What is this country?
Wizard, 5 seconds. Wizard.
Venezuela.
Number 10.
Bolivia.
Yes. Have you ever been?
Not yet.
Not yet. You want us to get you tickets there, right?
That's good.
Okay, and we go to question 8.
This internet retailer quietly launched. All right, let me do this
Question
again.
number 8.
Okay. Number 8 is about internet. This internet retailer quietly launched its clothing store on its website. Since last month, it is encouraging current customers to preview the store before it opens to the broader public. What is the name of this online retailer, which is one of the biggest in the world?
Online retailer. Number 10.
eBay.
Wizard, 5 seconds. Wizard.
Amazon.
Yes, Amazon.com is what we were looking for. Wow, they're just getting into everything, aren't they? Now, Wizard, you're on your way to catching up. 180 versus 320. We'll see what happens with the next question. Question number 9.
Okay, question number 9 is about a sport. During an interview with the German media last month, Jacques Roger, president of the IOC, announced his positive view regarding the selection of this sport as an official Olympic event. What is the sport which is played through 18 holes?
Wizard.
Golf.
Thank you. And now we go on to question number 10.
Okay, question number 10 is about science. Recently, Italy is suffering from a string of natural disasters. The biggest problem is the continuous damage of this shaking.
Number 10.
Earthquake.
The shaking of the Earth's surface is caused by rapid movement of the Earth's rocky outer layer. And number 10, you did a good job of getting back on the board. We'll see what happens with the next question. Question 11.
Okay, question number 11 is about a word. Have you heard of readers? These days in Japan, this new word refers to a young generation of temporary workers who receive hourly wages and enjoy their spare time.
Number 10.
Arbeitos.
And we go to question 12.
All right, question number 12 is about character. Do you remember actor Anthony Hopkins, who eerily smiled at Jodie Foster in this 1991 film, The Silence of the Lambs? In the recently opened Red Dragon, he takes on the same role once again.
Wizard.
Dr. Hector.
Number 10.
Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
I think you knew the answer, Wizard, but you got a little confused. It's Hannibal Lecter. And of course, it is the character that is the notorious murderer in this series. And we go to question number 13.
Okay, question number 13 is about a dance. The name of this dance is derived from the French word scandal. This is a dance danced by women, and it became popular in the music halls in Paris about 1840, sorry. This French dance is derived from the quadrille and is noted for high kicking and suggestive bodily movements.
Number 10.
캉캉.
right. The can-can is the dance that we know.
But this dance can be danced by men as well, right?
Sure, why not?
But not by someone like me who can't touch their toes.
Yeah, you'd have to kick pretty high, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But it would suit a woman, obviously, because they're wearing skirts.
Those colorful skirts that we actually got a glimpse of on the movie Moulin Rouge.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And we go to question number 14.
Okay, question number 13 is about...
14.
Sorry, 14. 14. It's about a title. In a recent poll, it appeared that the most favorite TV animation, which Korean 20 or 30-somethings wish to see once again, is this. This was written by Canadian writer Lucy Maud Montgomery, who is best known for nostalgic novels for children. What is the name of its main character, who is a red-headed girl?
Number 10.
PP.
Wizard, 5 seconds. Wizard.
Annie?
Let's look at the spelling hint. Wizard.
Oh, Anne?
Yes. We're looking for Anne of Green Gables. The series begins with Anne of Green Gables and continues on to actually tell about all of her life and her children and so on. Okay, and we go to the last question.
Okay, number 15 is about skill. The Youth Invitational Blank was held last month in Kansas City of the U.S. 2,500 school children participated, and four-year-old children also performed this. What is this competition in cowboy skills?
Number 10.
Rodeo.
And with that strong game, number 10, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Now, Wizard, you got to come on, brother and sister, onto our stage. Well, would you like to say something to the supporters back home?
Well, sorry to disappoint you, guys. We tried our best, but I think they were better than us, and that's the reason why they won. So congratulations for them. And
Yeah, it's a really good time. It's a good experience.
Thank you very much for joining us. And now, number 10, you get to go against the DE team. You saw them actually win the second time last week, so what are you going to do? Any tactics?
I know they are so strong. They're stronger than SS. I know that they will. It's my joke. They lived in foreign countries for 20 years. We've lived in Korea for 20 years, but we're going to do our best to catch up them.
Be number 1?
We hope.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you right after this. Number 10, welcome to our final stage. And now let me welcome back the DE team. Welcome again to our final stage, Philip Lee and Eric Sa. Now, I'm sure your students are thrilled that you have won already twice in a row, and this is your attempt at win number 3. Well, do you have any special words for us, for your supporters?
I'll let Eric do the talking. He's got a nicer voice than me, so.
Last time we forgot to say hi to Joanne from the SS team, so we'd like to say hello, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
And just hi to our friends and family back home, US and Australia.
What about your students? Like, what do your students think?
Oh gosh, if we mention one name, it'll.
Yeah, so to all the students and to all the seniors who are, probably trying to get into universities, good luck.
Okay, well, good luck to you guys today as well. And now let us get to the quiz. Now, this final section, we have 5 categories with 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points each. If you get a question correct, then you get the right to choose the next question. If you get it wrong, the chance to answer goes over to your opponents. Now, what are today's categories?
This week's categories are winter, business world, time goes by, play ball, and food and nutrition.
And of course, times gone by is about the past incidences, and play ball is about sports you play with balls. Very obvious. Well, I get to pick the first question, and I will pick winter for 10 points. Constellations look brighter in the winter sky than in other seasons, so it's a good time for observing stars. Among all winter constellations, this is the most notable. Number 10.
Orion.
Yeah. Now, number 10, you're already on the board. You're going to be pretty formidable foes for the DE team, I think. You get to choose.
Winter for 20 point, Pri.
Okay, winter for 20 points. This year, winter seems to have started early. However, the coldest time during Korea's winter is mid-January. The winter climate in Korea is largely affected by the cold air mass created in this area. Number 10.
Siberia.
And of course, Siberia is the region comprising the Asian portion of Russia as well as northern Kazakhstan. And number 10, winter is proving to be your category. Are you going to choose it again?
Yes, we're going to choose winter for 30.
Okay, winter for 30 points. Most winter foods are warm. Now, mandukguk or dumpling soup of Korea, shabu-shabu of Japan, and this food of Switzerland were all foods cooked
Fondue.
on cold winter days. And of course, for this dish, you are provided cubes of crusty bread on long forks, which you dip into melted or cooking cheese. DE and number 10, with that, you guys are even, 30-30. DE, you get to choose.
Play ball for 10.
Play ball for 10 points.
And obviously a guy needs this question. The first question of this category is multiple choice. Be quick but careful about your answer. Of the following, which sport uses the biggest ball? Number 1, baseball. Number 2, softball. Number 3, basketball. Number 4, handball.
Number 10.
Number 3, basketball.
And number 10, whereas I can understand how eager you were to share your correct answer with us, please pause until I call out your team name, okay? All right.
All right. Sorry for that.
And number 10, you've got the lead of 10 points. You get to choose.
Play ball for 20.
Play ball for 20 points.
Okay, play ball for 20 points. On December 18th, the world-renowned soccer club, Spain's Real Madrid, will have a game commemorating its 100th anniversary in the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Fans of this Korean World Cup star are very excited to see this player participate.
Number 10.
송종국.
And of course, this player is playing for the Dutch Feyenoord right now. And number 10, you get to choose again.
Play ball for 30.
Play ball for 30 points.
In the 2002 Major League World Series, the San Francisco Giants, led by Barry Bonds, ended up losing to the Anaheim Angels. However, some say that the victory of the Angels was all in thanks to this animal, which is the mascot of the team.
Number 10.
Rally monkey.
Very good. And yes, DE, I think you knew the answer.
He knew the answer. But let me just remind you, you have to press the buzzer, not pull the buzzer out of the computer, all right?
Well, yes, its name is Abby, and it is a female monkey, a rally monkey, actually. And now, DE, I can understand how eager you are.
Oh.
And number 10, you get to choose.
Play ball for 40.
Play ball for 40 points.
Basketball, which is the star of winter indoor sports, is in its season. The NBA 2002 and 2003 season started a month ago in the U.S. This Houston player, who was the number 1...
DE.
Yamin.
And of course, he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, first for a foreigner, and he disappointed lots of fans when he couldn't score a single point. This player is 2.29 meters tall. Amazing. And he also participated in the 2002 Busan Asian Games, and apparently he speaks English very well. It's good to see you back on the board. DE, 70 versus number 10, which is in the lead with 90 points. DE, you get to choose.
Can we close play ball?
Sure. Play ball for 50 points.
for 50 points. CPAC Takraw, which debuted during the 2002 Busan Asian Games, was created by the royal family of Malaysia about 500 years ago. The name itself comes from two languages. CPAC is kick in Malay, and Takraw is ball in Thai.
Number 10.
Bamboo.
Good guess, but duh, it's your chance to answer. We'll finish the question.
What is notable in CPAC Takraw is that the ball is not made of rubber, but woven of blank stems, or made of plastic. This is a climbing palm with very long stems. What is this?
Duh, 5 seconds. Duh.
Do you know anything? Ivy.
The ball in CPAC Takraw is not made of rubber, but woven of blank stems. Woven. So it's got to be pretty flexible or made of plastic.
I have no idea.
I mean, actually, this furniture is found. Number 10.
Straw.
Duh, 5 seconds. Duh.
Cane.
Actually, the word we were looking for is rattan. Rattan furniture. Well, anyway.
Clueless. Okay.
And I get to choose the next question. I'll go with Business World for 10 points.
For 10 points, the first question is multiple choice. You only have one chance to answer, so please be careful. Of the following, which is an incorrect connection between a country and its own company? Number 1, Samsung Electronics in Korea. Number 2, Sony in Japan. Number 3, Microsoft and US. Number 4, Philips and Finland.
Number 10.
4.
Yes. And of course, Philips is a Netherlands company. And with that, number 10, you get to choose.
Business World for 20.
Business World for 20 points.
In the early part of the last century, Marcus Samuel opened a shop in London that sold objects made of the hard outer layer of marine products. Other items were slowly added, and today it is one of the largest corporations in the world. What is the name of this famous oil brand and also a world-renowned oil refining company?
Duh.
BP.
Number 10, 5 seconds. In 1949, Royal Dutch shortened its corporate title to its current name, blank. Duh.
Shell.
Yes. Shell Transport and Trading Company became a public limited company in 1981. And you have actually closed the gap. It's 90 versus number 10's 100, just 10 points behind. You get to choose.
Food and nutrition for 10.
Food and nutrition for 10 points.
Hello, my name is Namsu Chang, and I'm a professor in the Department of Food and Nutritional Sciences at Ewha Women's University. These days, many people are interested in health, and it is important to eat nutritious food for our health. Then let's go find out how well you do in food and nutrition quiz. There are 6 essential nutrients that are needed for our bodies. 5 are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. It makes up 60 to 70% of human bodies.
Duh.
Water.
And of course, 80% of fish bodies are made of water. Of course, we also know this as H2O. Duh, and number 10, you are even at 100 points now, and you get to choose.
Food and nutrition for 20.
Food and nutrition for 20 points.
Many people struggle with this in their health. Nutritionists suggest eating food low in animal fat, which is good for decreasing this in the blood. It is a component of animal cell membranes, and is found only in animal food. It is used in the body to synthesize steroid hormones such as testosterone and estrogen. What is it?
Duh.
High cholesterol.
Yes, if you have lots of cholesterol in your blood, or bad cholesterol anyway, it could cause heart attacks and strokes. You get to choose again, Duh.
Food and nutrition for 30.
Food and nutrition for 30 points.
As people are more concerned with their health, healthy way of eating has become very popular. Consequently, opposition against fast food has become a trend all over the world. In recent years, this movement has been spreading all
Number 10.
Slow food.
Yes. Anti-fast food activists are calling for slow food or slow food movement.
It's a movement where you eat your food very slowly.
No, you don't eat fast food and you just eat home-cooked food. And number 10, you've moved into the lead again, 130 versus Does 120. This is proving to be a very close match. And now, number 10, you get to choose again.
Time gone by for 10 points.
Time's gone by for 10 points. This question is multiple choice of the following. That means you only get one chance to answer per team, okay? Of the following, which is not a war that took place in Europe? 1. Battle of Waterloo. 2. Pueni War. 3. Opium War. 4. Wars of the Roses. Duh.
3.
Opium War.
Yes. And of course, it was the war between England and the Qing dynasty. England attacked Nanjing. And of course, the Pueni War was between Rome and its colony, Phoenicia, right? And duh, you get to choose.
Food and nutrition for 40.
You like this category, food and nutrition for 40 points.
A nutrition scientist at a morning show of the ABC broadcasting had suggested 5 kinds of food that help prevent common colds during the winter months. 4 of the 5 foods are meat, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, and black or green tea. The 5th food is a source of beneficial microorganisms and is especially recommended when taking antibiotics. What is it?
This is a source of beneficial bacteria. Duh.
Yogurt.
And due to this, yogurt is also good for you when you have a cold.
Or bad breath.
Really?
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
have a problem with bad breath. And I took yoga for about a month or so, and no more bad breath.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't have anybody complaining to me or not talking to me for a while.
And so we all have a bottle of yogurt a day. And so, duh, you get to choose again.
Can we close food and nutrition?
Sure, food and nutrition for 50 points.
Carbohydrates provide 4 kilocalories of energy per gram and are the major source of energy for people throughout the world. When carbohydrates are broken down in the body, the sugar glucose is produced. Glucose is critical in helping to maintain tissue protein, metabolize fat, and fuel the central nervous system. Simple carbohydrates are composed of carbon, hydrogen, and a 3rd element.
Duh.
Oxygen.
In the proportions found in water, actually. Yes, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And you're increasing your lead, 220 versus number 10's 130 points. And you get to choose.
Business World for 30.
Business World for 30 points.
For 30 points. This person's autobiography begins like this. My father arrived in the country in 1902 at the age of 12, poor, alone, and scared. He used to say that the only thing he was sure of when he got here was that the world was round. And that was only because another Italian boy named Christopher Columbus had preceded him by 410 years, almost to the day. Who is this famous businessman that rejuvenated?
Number 10.
Yaya Coca.
Yes. And of course, he's credited with having rejuvenated Chrysler. And number 10, you're catching up. 160 versus Does 220, and you get to choose.
Winter for 40, please.
Business World for 40 points.
Winter for 40.
Sorry. Winter for 40 points. This winter sport developed in the 1880s, both in the lumbering towns of upstate New York and at the ski resorts of the Swiss Alps. In 1923, it became an internationally recognized sport with the organization of the Fédération Internationale de Blanc, and also with its inclusion in the first Olympic Winter Games at Chamonix, France. The 1993 movie Cool Running was a comedy based on
Bobsledding.
Yes. And the Jamaican bobsledding team participated in the Calgary Winter Olympics. And the sport earned its name after competitors adopted the technique of bobbing back and forth to increase the speed of the sled as it went down. And you're increasing your lead. You're ahead by 100 points now, and you get to choose.
Can we just close winter?
Sure. Winter, 450 points. Franz Schubert, the Austrian composer who bridged the worlds of classical and romantic music. Number 10.
Winter travel.
Good guess, but it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. Composed many songs. In 1827, he composed the first 12 songs of the cycle blank. Beethoven's death in the same year undoubtedly had a profound effect on Schubert, as the music in part 2 of blank became darker and sadder. This is the cycle of songs by Franz Schubert, added to the order of the poems by Wilhelm Müller. Now, what is the title of this song? 5 seconds.
Winter of sorrow.
Now, think there's a Korean movie of the same title. Number 10.
Winter Journey.
And of course, we hear this a lot on the radio in the winter. And number 10, with that, you have closed the gap to just 50 points. What are you going to have next?
Time's gone by for 20.
Time's gone by for 20 points. When Martin Waldseemüller, a German cartographer in the Middle Ages, was updating the most respected geography text of the day, they called it, and the time came to name a certain area, he decided to designate it after an explorer who had gone there and sent back titillating reports laced with adventures, bizarre events, and lewd encounters. The name of this area is derived from that of the Italian explorer and friend of Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci. What name did he give the region?
America.
America.
Too easy, right? I think you were doubting yourselves because it was so easy. The letter of Amerigo Vespucci, which mentions South America as the New World, was known to people. Waldseemüller was also one of the people who saw this letter. And, you get to choose.
Business World for 40?
Business World for 40 points.
It's 1949. Businessman Frank McNamara schedules dinner at Major's Cabin Grill, a New York City restaurant. When dinner's over, Frank realizes he left his wallet in his other suit. His wife rescues him and pays. He resolves never to face this embarrassment again. In 1950, McNamara and his partner Ralph Schneider returned to Major's Cabin Grill.
Diners.
Yes. Good job with that, team. The first universal credit card, which could be used at a variety of establishments, was introduced by the Diners Club company in 1950. And the Diners Club card was the first. And you get to choose.
Time's gone by for 30.
Time's gone by for 30 points. Its first stones were laid in the late 12th century under King Philip Augustus, who constructed it as a fortress to protect Paris while he led a crusade to the Holy Land.
The Bastille.
Number 10, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish. It was converted to a royal palace in the 14th century and inhabited by the French monarch until Louis XIV abandoned it for the splendor of Versailles in the 17th century. However, it continued to grow and change until the late 19th century, when it finally settled into its present U shape. What is this, which is a representative structure in France? Number 10.
Versailles.
Number 10. I actually gave the Versailles as part of the question. That's where he moved. Versailles is wrong. This is actually the current National Museum is housed there, the Art Gallery of France.
Louvre.
Yes. And you get to choose.
Time's gone by for 40.
Time's gone by for 40 points. This is the 4th largest island after Sicily, Sardinia, and Cyprus in the Mediterranean.
Corsica.
That's right. Ionian Greek settlements existed on this island as early as 550 BC. And actually, the Genoese ceded the island to France in 1768, which is significant because Napoleon I was born there and actually in Ajaccio. And apparently, he was a French citizen because of this historic event. And you have a choice between two questions.
Time's gone by.
Time's gone by for 50 points. Recently, an Incan grave preserved in its original state was discovered for the first time. This site of ancient Inca ruins is located about 80 kilometers northwest of Cusco, Peru, in the Cordillera de Vilcabamba of the Andes Mountains. It is perched above the Urubamba River Valley in number 10.
Machu Picchu.
Yes. And it is in the valley between two sharp peaks, and it was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. Of course, there are two sharp peaks, Machu Picchu Old Peak or Huayna Picchu New Peak. Tough names.
Tough words, huh?
Right. And number 10, you get, actually, you don't get to choose because we just have one question left for you. The business world for 50 points.
This management concept was developed by Taichi Ono of Toyota, who compared the movement of
Just-in-time management.
And number 10, it's your chance to answer, and please finish the question.
Who compared the movement of automobile components at Toyota factories with that of consumer goods in American supermarkets. This term refers to a standard against which something can be measured or assessed. What is this?
Number 10, 5 seconds. Number 10?
SCM.
What we are looking for is a management concept, and it was developed by this man, and the term refers to a standard against which something can be measured.
Base.
Number 10, 5 seconds. Actually, we're looking for benchmarking. Oh, easy word, right? Well, with that, you actually win this round, and you win for 3 times in a row. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Well, number 10, you actually hung in there for quite a while and proved to be pretty tough. Well, do you have any words for the supporters back home?
I think we lost most of 40 and 50 point questions, but it was very good experience, and it's going to be a good thing to memorize during our college life. So I hope that I will see you guys soon later, sometime.
And I want thankful friends who supported us, behind us.
There are so
okay.
many friends.
Okay.
They're very supportive, aren't they?
Well, thank you very much for joining us and making us part of your memories. And the team, this is your third win. Now, are your eyes set on a higher goal?
Well, this game reminded us of SS.
Yeah, this was a tough one.
It came down to about the same difference in points.
I think we're getting cocky after the last win, but we've been brought back to earth now, so
Yeah.
it's tough. It's really tough.
But we will try for Europe.
All right,
high.
well, good luck to you, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
So we had a team win 3 times in a row now. Now it's getting very chilly outside. Keep warm and keep healthy. Bye-bye.